everybody, and welcome to video 2 in our Painted Fields series. Now we're using a kit called Painted Fields by Wild Rose Bohemian. It's a beautiful kit, watercolor, and if you want to find it on Etsy, you just go to etsy.com/Wild Rose Boho, B-O-H-O. Okay, not the whole word Bohemian, but Boho. And it's very reasonably priced, and there are a ton of pages, and a lot of ephemera too. So I want to make sure that you know to go visit the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and then swing on by the coffee shop over at ko-fi.com/Sweet Pea Papers and pick up some journals and folios and things. And this folio will be going in the shop there too. And yeah, and so you can get some good stuff over there. You can sign up for a membership and get video tutorial series that you can't get here for free on YouTube. So there's some pretty fancy projects in there too. And yeah, okay. So this is video 2. When we left off video 1, we had the paper with the white backing. We had the CD. I added the card. Get out of there. I thought I waited till the glue was dry. We did our offset image. So we had a white border in there. We've got a white tab and a card. And I'm thinking I could add a silver charm. I'll have to look and see what I've got for the silver. I think maybe I will go ahead and put a hole and a silver, let me get these out here. I had my drawer all arranged until I now want to get to the silver bulb pins. I'm going to get a few out and put them right there. And then I can put the others back. Put everything back the way it was so it fits in the drawer. Okay. I'm going to go with the smaller hole. Sorry, having a voice day. I'm going to go to the doctor about that pretty soon in September. See why my voice is doing that. Why I keep running out of air. Believe it or not. All the hot air I have. You would think I wouldn't run out of air by the end of my sentences, but I do. Okay, so we'll have that on there. So we'll remember to put a charm on it, because it's going to end up on the front. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to do this front of this envelope, which has a window. We can do the magnet as well. In fact, it may not even need a magnet. We're not going to do the back yet. We're going to need to attach it to another envelope and then attach this to that envelope. And then we'll start looking at the backs. Okay, we just want to get the front done and get that window put in. Okay, so envelope 2, the front, is going to be right here. So we're going to do this. Cut this right here. I'll cut this right here. First we'll cut this in half. So I want to use the other half, so I don't want to cut it apart while I'm making the CD cover. Okay. Now we don't have to back this with white because we've got the white border from the envelope. You know, I was having trouble telling if an envelope was white or whether it was cream color, believe it or not. Yep, so we're going to glue this on here. I filled my glue. Okay, and this one is coming in from the right. Oh, that's right, the way it's coming in. This is going to be the top. And we're going to be cutting this for a pocket, so it's okay to have a little extra over here. We're going to use the straight up rectangle instead of the jiggly edged one because everything is clean and sharp on this one. So let's see what size we want to use. We need to take this apart. Easily enough. Thank goodness. Looked at that and thought maybe it wasn't going to do that. I need to put these in a new sleeve. And I think we will put it up here so we can get as much of the yeah, let's put it up here. That's going to be up here. Crash bang, jiggling of the camera. definitely squished out some glue on that one. Yeah, along here, I'm sure. So we'll make our offset, if we can, using this in our window. That turned out nice. Let's put some acetate in. We don't have to worry about inking. Goes along faster when you don't have to ink, huh? Shoot. Okay, and we'll glue this back together. There's our window. Okay, so it's the whole. Okay, and then we'll have to put a piece of white paper in there. Get that Oz hair off of there. Static electricity. You gotta love it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. Then then I think I'll use that one. Actually, I've already marked that for the height. I'm going to cut the edge for the pocket. Alright, it looks like we're going to need a little teeny bit of glue on each corner right there. That way it won't give us any trouble when we put the back on. And when we put the envelopes in. Make sure you don't glue anything shut. Any glue overage. Okay, now we can put this in. Make sure it isn't too long. We only need to glue it on this end. Glue it so on the back side that's facing the back of the envelope. And it will give us a nice white inside here. And then let's do our offset. Yeah. So we're going to glue this on the backing. I almost put it in upside down, so keep track of your top, bottom, left, right. I want the offset to be here on this side. Then I'll make a card and put a tab on it, whatever, off camera. Now, the back of this envelope, let me think about magnets. We're not going to worry about the backs right now. Okay, So that means we've got that done as far as we're going to do it. Now we're going to get the big envelope. And this has no window and no pocket, no side pocket. Okay, we're going to make the front out of this side. These papers are so pretty, we're not even having to use more than one, you know, like per envelope or whatever. We can just cut it in half, use part for the front, part for the back, and then go on to another paper. Plus they kind of go together that way, you know what I mean? It's got the writing. Okay. So now we're going to measure this. The reason we don't have a pocket or anything is because this is one of those that we're going to make. We use the envelope pocket that's already there, you know, in the back. Let's see. I want to do this differently. I'm going to do it from here because I want to keep the top of that flower, rather cut the bottom off. Okay. So I want to cut the length off here, and I want to cut the width off here. It's only about 1/4 of an inch off on this side. Yes, I like that. We're not going to do anything else to it. It's just a pretty. Just a pretty. And we're gonna very nice. Now on the back side, we're going to want to cut these tabs off. Makes it much easier to paper when you just have to paper straight down and not have to cut out the tab area. Now you can leave it if you want. If you want to slide a piece of paper in there and cut out around, you know, and make the whole paper, you can do that. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I'm not going to. I'm not gonna. Okay, so on the back, what we can do is the this is envelope 1. This is the top. This is going to be a left. This is going to be the top. Oops, I don't want to write on that. Okay, so we're going to put, this is the inside paper right here. I'm going to try to get this as long as we can. The only reason I make that little pencil mark is because there's a shadow on my paper trimmer and I cannot see that fold without without making that little pencil mark. So we just need this for in there. Perfect. Let me think about this. No. I'm just spreading that glue out. I got kind of a glob there. I'm not adding a bunch of glue right there. Okay, and keep an eye on which way's the top. Now you're going to see that line of the color right there, but that's okay because we're going to put a piece of white paper on here because we're going to have a magnet and we're going to need to cover it up. Okay, not going to do that yet. Now we're going to take these 2 envelopes, this envelope goes on the side like this, okay, then this one goes over here. Look what I did. I knew I wasn't supposed to paper. It's all right. I will open it up and then glue it back together. Just enough of a slice to open it so that we can, oops, so we can slide that envelope in there and then glue it back shut. Okay. So this is going to give us this, but we don't need it because we've got the pocket in the back. Okay, we've got this pocket back here. But we need somewhere to put this envelope since I messed everything up. So we'll stick it in there and then we'll glue it back shut. So I knew there was a reason we were going to glue it together and then paper it. Okay, so then we're going to glue this. In here like so. Okay. I had a little bit of glue seepage there that I didn't notice. Okay. So I need a pocket, a card for there, and a card for here, which I've got paper set aside for. Then this is going to go here. We still have that big flower right there. And then we also I'm going to take this and glue it on here as well. So it's going to be like a weird little envelope stack, but not. Just kind of a flip-flat thing. Now we're going to need to decide where else we're going to need magnets. Okay, so let's put a magnet for our CD cover. It almost seems like it's going to hold it all together, but I don't want to do that. I want to put another magnet here. Where is that one? But they're going to hook to each other. And then it should still hook to the magnet in the back. It's all about the polarity. That will double up on the power of the that's going to leave this to flap. I don't like that at all. So move it in just a little bit further. And take a piece of tape and face it up. Flip this over and then rub the magnet, the tape. See if we can get it through. Okay, now we can paper the back here. Wonder if white's going to cover the magnets. Let's see. The pocket. We're just going to go up pretty far. So that will cover the magnets. So I don't even need to add a white paper. All I need to do is add this pocket. Whoops, I don't want the pocket to go all the way to the top. How do I? I do want to go right above this faux text. So it isn't really text at all. It's just kind of scribbles that make it look like text. Don't cut that crooked. Okay, just glue it on 3 sides because it's a pocket. I think I'll put there's a little bit of a space because I cut it a little short, so I think I'll put the a little bit of a white border on that side as if I meant to. Because, you know, intentional accidents. That'll give us a little bit of a white border between the two images. And then we'll put a card in here. Then on the back of here, we need a white piece of paper. We want this to be the same size. I almost wish I had put a piece of white paper here. I think I will. So it'll make it whiter. This isn't as bright of a white, you know what I mean, as the rest. So I'll fix that. About a 1/16 too wide. So we're going to glue this on. So I'll fix the white on this and put the pocket back on off camera. Okay, and we're going to put a belly band on this one. We're still going to have to border it. Whoopsie, let's measure the length. And I'm just doing it this way so I know how wide to cut it before I cut. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, shoot. Okay. On the next page, we're just going to make a ginormous belly band, probably a double, and a ginormous couple of cards, because I think that would be fun to have great big cards. So we're going to do that. Now we could have made this a double, but I don't want to. And it's okay that it's over a little bit. They don't all have to be dead center. Okay, so I'll fix this. Yeah, we definitely needed that extra magnet. Okay, so that's done. And on the next page, this is page 1. And this is page 2. Okay, and so on this page, we're going to use, this is the paper, so we're going to have to get white. Do it there. Took about a 1/16 off because of this notch that goes in. I don't think I measured for that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're going to take our page paper. I'm going to measure it to the white. I forgot to check the height. It's fine. Wonder how. Okay. And then this is going to be our belly band. We're going to put it over here, so we still have the big flowers. Do I want to use a different piece? Like this. It's going to have the white around it. Yeah, I think I'll use this. And this. Okay, so that's our belly band. This is our paper. This is page 2. I think I set aside a piece of paper for the big card. You know, I could use that light one that I decided not to use, and then use a bit of that color, this colored one inside that, and make it a double. Remember, I was going to make it a double. I don't think we're going to have time on camera because I want to get this page done. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Make it a double side belly band. That'll be fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this and then this is wider. So we're going to need a wider piece of white. So we're just going to glue this on this, okay? And then we're going to glue this to this and this to this as a belly band. I'm going to have to make it narrower. Okay, so you're going to glue this to this, the skinny one, this to this, the bigger one, and then once you've glued these two together, glue them on top of here as a belly band. We've only got 2 minutes left, so we don't have time to do it, but we'll have that done and glued on here as a belly band over here when I come back, and then we'll do pages 3 and 4 at least. Okay, all right, I'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.